Welcome to Unapologetically Rich, the show for high-achieving women who refuse to settle. I've helped over 51 women become millionaires and multimillionaires. You're next. I'm here to unlock the next level of wealth, freedom, fulfillment, and feminine power. So hit the follow button, share this with every woman who needs to hear it, and get ready, because every week we're diving deep and rising higher. This is the Unapologetically Rich Show. Are you ready? Let's get to it. Hello and welcome to another episode of Unapologetically Rich. I'm your host, Shamina Taylor. If you have not got your ticket yet to the Chicago event, the Wealth Conscious event, October 2nd, October 3rd, go ahead and get your tickets now. Do not wait. This is going to be one of the most transformative events of your life. Let's say you go there and, you're like, I didn't even know I had things I had to work on. And you leave there the most empowered version of yourself. Imagine if it only take you 2 days to do the work. You don't have to sit through tons of videos and going to tons of different personal development events, just hearing speaker after speaker, but being somewhere in real time and getting actual growth in real time, transformation. Wouldn't that be worth your time to take the trip to Chicago? We've had women fly from 10 different countries. 90% of the women that were in that room got in a plane and come join us. You want to be in the room. You want to be that woman, that next level version of yourself. Now, this is the ultimate upgrade. Walking out of there as if you were already in that energy, because you will be. This is one of the places where you're going to leave everything at the door and show up and be in your most superpower as a woman. And, there's going to be practical business things that we're going to be going to, because how you can apply it to your business growth. One of the things that I get asked all the time, how do I become more feminine, Shamina? I'm in my masculine. Listen, I'm going to walk you through practical exercises in real time so that you can move through and start activating that feminine energy, so you can start receiving more, so that you can start feeling into that soft girl millions and soft girl era. It starts now. Let me tell you, be in that room for the most spectacular things that are going to happen. Check out the page where we give all the information. Get in the room. I'm going to keep talking about this because it is a must attend for anybody who's been listening to my podcast, read my book. Do not fall short on that next step for you. Get in the room and come join us. Also, if you have not got my book yet, Unlocking the Quantum Woman, what are you waiting for? Go grab it. It's on Amazon. And I would get the physical book because we have actual things in there that are going to really help you work through and give you practical things to do every single day that's going to really elevate you to that emotional mastery and have that regulation of your nervous system that you're looking for. Today's episode, I want to talk about the big wealth transfer that's happening. If you haven't heard about it, and I'm sure you have because you're probably not under a rock, but if you haven't, that's okay. This wealth transfer is happening. We've heard that baby boomers have the most amount of money that's out there, right? And unfortunately, there's coming a time where they're going to be transferring that wealth on to their children and their grandchildren. And it's because they're coming towards the end of their life, or they're ready to, pass off the duties and the responsibilities to someone else for the things that they own. And so I read a statistic saying that women will own 60% of the wealth in the world. So why is that important, and why am I sharing that with you? Well, I'll tell you this. A lot of people who have made money in survival mode, or they made it in that masculine energy because they knew how to hustle and make money. They were just smart with it. They're still doing it. I've talked about this a lot. They're making money the hard way, but they know how. That doesn't necessarily mean they're good with money. That doesn't necessarily mean they have ultimate financial literacy. It doesn't mean that they're going to keep it, compound it, and grow it from a place of feeling safe with it. And most of the women who have created wealth in survival mode actually don't feel safe with money because they haven't had somebody around who's taking care of them or that's provided for them because they've been the provider in their families. And so that fear of what the heck's going to happen is always prevalent. So they have this fear of using money. They kind of keep it safe somewhere so that, they never run out of it, because what should happen if they do? Oh gosh, the world will come to an end. Where I teach, listen, money's always here to support us. If you can believe that money's here to support you, you would act and you would behave in such a different way when it comes to wealth. And women will say, I spend, I buy the designer things, I do it. But you'll see where her trigger will come from when it comes to money. She doesn't have a complete free relationship with money, like open, where it's like, yeah, it's always here to support me. It's circulating. It'll always be desperate state, or hustle, make. And money will determine how they make decisions or what they do. And still might have designer bags, designer shoes, but that anxiousness will still be there. The work that I do is important because I'm trying to get as many women as I can reach out of the survival state, number one, but especially out of the survival state when it comes to wealth and masculine, money and the masculine. I'm looking to help more women come over into their soft girl era where they're not having to do everything for themselves and be everything to everyone else and really have to feel like they're exhausting themselves to create the wealth, but just know that it's always there for them, right? And this is a huge thing. This is why I'm throwing the Wealth Consciousness event in Chicago, because in real time, we're going to walk through exercises to activate that feminine state, to get into your feminine energy, to release the things that have been resistance, to break you open so that we can activate you into this highest level of power. Because a woman who is still in that masculine state, and listen to me clearly, is not actually in her fullest power. She's running on empty, and she's in survival. And you cannot create true abundance from survival. Can you create money from it? Absolutely. But abundance? No. No, absolutely not. Because abundance is authenticity. It's the truth. It's the feminine energy. It's the knowing. It's the trusting. It's the everything's going to be okay energy, not worrying about every little thing that comes up because you're in a hyper awareness state, and not doing everything for everybody because you know you get to receive. Now, a lot of people, you've heard this before, where athletes will get big payments out for the NFL or the NBA, or you'll hear people that won the lottery, and the money will come in and it'll go right back out again. It's not just financial literacy that people have to learn. It's emotional mastery around wealth and money. It's about being able to identify what their core wounds are. Is it abandonment, betrayal, or unworthiness? What is it that's really dictating why they don't feel safe with money? Because although they'll tell you they'll feel safe, the only way they'll feel safe is if they got money in the bank account. The truest level of safety with money is when you don't have it. Do you feel safe with it? Because you know it's always going to be there for you. That's the safety I'm talking about. And a lot of people will never get to that state. Their nervous systems will never get that regulated until they come into a program like mine, or they hit rock bottom, and they can then decide, I didn't die. And for a lot of people, they're so wrecked with, I don't know how to say it, with like this, the fear around it, that they'll never get to that rock bottom because they won't allow themselves to ever go there, because they might have gotten there in another emotional state in their life. So their nervous system goes into danger, danger, danger. I'm going to protect you, right? So why is this wealth transfer important? Because a lot of people are going to be inheriting a lot of stuff. And if they don't have that emotional mastery around money, if they are not regulated, and what regulation in your nervous system really means is being okay without it, being okay in a place where I'm going to be okay no matter what, being in a place where you don't need money to regulate you and make you feel safe. You're not using the money to regulate you, right? And what does that mean, Shamina? Well, you got to join my programs, and I'm going to really show you how, because I can only do so much on these chats, but hopefully you're getting awareness. And even when you join my programs, you got to do the work, right? You got to do the work. You got to be your authentic self. This means not copying me. It means being you. And a lot of people don't have their neural pathways really open to receiving new belief systems around money or about safety, because their fight and flight is activated. So they are constantly on the awareness and on the watch, like, this could be dangerous, this could be dangerous, this could be dangerous. I have to protect myself, protect myself. So their prefrontal cortex is always in that heightened awareness state. And then this is where you see women fawning too, because they're not in their power. It is not a delightful thing to see. And these are women who are making lots of money and very powerful, but yet still in the masculine. And this is how they're operating. So imagine getting large sums of money. The subconscious is going to be like, hot potato, get that out. I'm going to find a money lake or somewhere else for that money to come out of it, because I'm not going to have the capacity to hold all of that, because one, I didn't earn it. Two, it's not mine. Three, I don't know if I can even have that much money in my life because I'm not equipped for it. So you're going to see this massive wealth transfer happening. And what I predict is, if people don't do this inner work and they don't start expanding their wealth consciousness, this is why the Chicago event is so amazing, the 2-day event, because that's going to expand your consciousness in real time around wealth. It'll be hot potato out, okay, I'm not regulated for more. I'm only regulated for this much. This is why women have income ceilings all the time. This is why they're stuck making the same amount. They're stuck where they are, even though they think they're progressing forward, they're stuck. Because if you actually look at their income and how they've been making things, or they have high and low months, they don't have the same consistent income coming in. And they're butting up against this internal ceiling all the time. Oh, how come I can't make more than this? Why have I not moved past this? I should be making more. Why am I not making more? Okay, I'm at 50K months, 60K months, but why haven't I reached 100K months? Why is this 100K months like so beyond me? Or maybe they've hit 100K. Why have I hit 500K? What's going on, right? Of course, there's going to be more mechanical things, yes, in the background. However, the basis of it is maybe you're just not wired for it. You're not open to receiving it. You are not available for it. It's not really available to you. And so because it's not available to you, you're not going to be able to attract it to your world, right? So I believe this wealth transfer is going to be a time where we are really having people open up to more, open up to the idea of more, open up to receiving more, feeling safe to have more, feeling safe for a woman to be holding that level of wealth. This is why I was called to do this so long ago, because I know this wealth transfer is coming up. Being unapologetically rich means that you can have as much money, doesn't matter where it came from. I always say all money's money. All money's money. I know women who get child support and they feel shame around it. All money's money. They get spousal support. All money's money. They maybe sold something on Etsy and they're like, oh, it's just this amount. All money's money. All money's money. But if you can be unapologetic about the wealth that you're creating, wouldn't that be amazing? Women who have successful husbands, they feel shame around that because they're like, well, they're making money, but I'm not making as much money as him. And they want to stand on their own 2 feet and show the world like, I make money too. Yes, and you can receive from a man. You get to have both. You get to be provided for. You get to make all your money and be provided for by a man. And a lot of women don't know how to do that because they're still in survival mode. They're still trying to do battle by themselves. They're still in that masculine energy, emasculating their significant others and their husbands, and not really allowing themselves to be supported. So you think a big lump of cash coming in is going to change anything, because money doesn't change you. It does not change you. All those stocks are going to get inheriting, all the jewelry, all the real estate. It's not going to change you. It's not going to change what's internally going on. So I am here ready to help as many women as possible understand that they have to change their identities if they want to have more, to be able to receive and hold more. Get into Chicago's room, okay, October 2nd and 3rd. And if you want to start right now, send me a message on Instagram about my Millionaire Club. It's $10,000 paid in full for the Millionaire Club. Or come join my Wealthy CEO if you're here to make a big impact in the world. It's $25,000 for that program. Come join me. We've got payment plans. I've got lots of women in there. So if you're going, oh, that's so much money. Well, there's a lot of people that have already gone through the programs, and people have paid me more. And if you think that's so much money, then you get to stay stuck where you are, because it's not about the money. It's about the investment of working on yourself, right? And if people look at money as just, oh, that's so much money, that's a prime example of somebody that needs to work on their wealth consciousness, because they're looking at the cost of things and not the value of them. When you look at the value of something, you've shifted into a higher level of consciousness. You can receive more wealth, and then you can go compound, grow, and expand the wealth that you have. But if you look at things at the cost of them, then you have not really reached an elevated state for wealth consciousness to have the more, keep it, grow it, and expand it. Always know money's always there for you. It's a complete different kind of conversation. It's a complete different frequency. But I'm out here to try and educate and share and help as many women as I can, and men who are listening to this conversation, because it's an important one. It's not one to be glossed over, because making money is freaking easy. Making money is easy. Making money is easy. Okay? It's easy. It's easy. Feeling safe is hard. And needing money to make you feel safe is even harder. And it's actually very destructive for your nervous system. It's destructive for the growth. This is why a lot of women will stay single, because they believe that messaging, or they won't have husbands that can support them, and they'll emasculate their husbands and they don't want to have sex with them anymore, because they don't understand that safety comes from within. So when you learn that and you can get regulated, everything changes. You are the most empowered version of yourself then, because you're not coming from survival or lack. You're coming from pure abundance, trust in that feminine, knowing everything's going to be okay. That's the conversations we need to start having. Those are the conversations that women need to be a part of. Because if those core wounds that you've got, betrayal, abandonment, or unworthiness, are at any place of the game running the show, they're going to affect you when this big wealth transfer happens. It'll affect you in new clients, because there's people out there going to have a lot of money in their hands, and they're going to be probably your prospects or your new clients, your patients, or whatnot. But if you're not in a state to attract even those people, because of what your mindset is around money, guess what? They're going to go to somebody else. They will miss you. They won't see you, because this is not going to be about a lack state. This is not going to be about, worried about money or being from survival, working hard to think you have to work hard for money and being in a place where you don't feel deserving of a big wealth. You get to have it all. I'm telling you right now, you get to have it all. You get to have both, everything. I want you to be wired for the greatness. I want you to know that there's nothing in this world that, if you desire, it's on your heart, it's there for you. You get to have it. You get to have it. And I want every woman that comes to my world to shift into that expansiveness, to have the most beautiful relationship with themselves, with others, with money, and everything that's glorious that can come in their life. If something was made beautiful and wealthy and luxurious in this lifetime and experience a thing, why wouldn't you want to experience it? Why would you say that's not for me? No, you get to have everything, all of it. And people say that's materialistic. Okay, whoever said that, that's your decision. I'm going to be over here wearing my pretty shoes, having my pretty diamonds, and going on the yachts and taking my kids on first class. I'm going to live my life the way I want to. But if you are looking at things that this is what it cost, you're not coming from a place of value. You're coming from a place from limits. And those limits will dictate how all the rest of the money and how your life plays out. We don't want limits, ladies. We want to live in the limitless and the bountiful, fruitful overflow of infinite wealth and money. I have a program called Infinite Wealth, by the way, and you should take it. It will change your life. Now, if you haven't left your girl a review, you should go do that. I really, really appreciate it. Tell me what you think about this podcast episode. Also, send me a message on Instagram. What do you want to hear me talk about? I'd love to discuss it. If it's something that I feel aligned with, I will definitely discuss it. I want to leave you with a couple of things here today. Ask yourself, if you were given an unexpected inheritance, a really big number, write it down. Could you really receive it fully? And if the answer is no, you better send your girl a message on Instagram and come join one of my programs. But if the answer is yes, how would it look? And what would you do with it? And what would you feel about it? But most of you, it would probably be, I don't know, because I don't know what it feels like to receive that much. Or I don't know. I don't know if I can hold it. And if you don't know, that means you're not regulated for more. You're actually regulated only for the amount you get every single month and no more. And I want to break that. I want you to go and bust those ceilings open and have everything, all the more, everything. I hope that this expanded you in some way, shape or form, listening to this. Sometimes I get a little tough love, but listen, you've been listening for a while. You know, it's all coming from a place of growth for you. I don't ever want you to self-abandon yourself and be like, I can't do something or it's impossible. Those words are not going to be used in my world, because everything is possible and you absolutely can. And you are one of the most powerful women you know. So I want you to own that energy. And the only way you can is to be your true and authentic self and know that all the wealth that's going to be circulating is out there for all of us. There's more than enough to go around and we get to all win together. Okay? That's true abundance. All right. Stay tuned for another episode. And by the way, go join our Quantum Woman group on Facebook. Grab my book. Come leave me a message. Come connect with me on Instagram. And I'll talk to you soon. Stay tuned for another episode. Bye for now.